Hey everybody, Barry at CTech-review. Today, I want to talk about the topic that's coming on June 8th from Ram Trucks. What could this be? We already know there's talk of 25 new variants or options available for some Ram trucks here for 2025. We're not that far away, less than 13 days before we see what this big announcement is, but I kind of want to take you through my thought of what this possibly could be. Let's get into this. Okay, if we scroll on over to ramtrucks.com, there's not a whole lot of information over here. If we go over to trucks, you'll just kind of see what's going on. There's not even really much of an announcement. You just kind of see the new Ram 2500, 1500s. And if we look, Motor Trend Car of the Year, #1 brand and new vehicle quality, nothing too crazy here. Even if we go over to electric, I did notice something here. If we start looking, start scrolling through this page, you're going to start noticing something's missing. What could that be? Well, I'm starting to notice model year numbers are disappearing. There used to be a little bit more information around 2025 model year, this and that. The only thing I can find is if we go all the way down below, right here, the rev no longer says a year. And then now coming in 2025, kind of interesting. This to me is the biggest game changer in the truck market. And I've made a lot of videos on this. I think the Ram Charger is awesome. If you don't know what it is, it's basically an engine that has one sole purpose up front. Just like a traditional truck, it's got an engine up front, but it's a generator. And that engine is connected to a generator, not a transmission, not a transfer case, not a driveline. There's electric motors that power each of the axles. And then you've got this engine sitting there to charge a battery. It's got 145 miles of range. If you're not familiar, I'll definitely put a link down below. I got several videos on the Ram Charger. I think this thing is awesome. It's kind of a game changer because it's got a ton of power. It's got a lot of tow rating. It's got good payload capacity, and it's got 690 miles of range. So if you're worried about range anxiety, this is a really cool electric plug-in hybrid truck. 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, super fast. But what is this announcement going to be? Are they going to finally give us some real hard details on the Ram Charger? Maybe. When we go over to, I want to show you guys on CarBuzz, everyone's kind of blowing this whole thing up right now. Everyone's kind of got their own perspectives. But there's a kind of like, if you follow Stellantis, Fiat Chrysler, Automotive, they've always done these kind of super cool cryptic launches. I think they're the best in the industry for having really cool launches and products. And they always kind of give you a clue of what's coming. And this clue is this jet fighter meeting with Tim and Heavy D. Now, here's what's interesting about Heavy D. This guy, if you followed him, his really where they kind of made their money and got big was deleting diesel trucks and making lots of cool off-road trucks and a lot of horsepower deleting. They've kind of made a big switch away from big diesel trucks, and they're more really into, at least from a marketing standpoint, into the electric scene. So I'm kind of wondering, is there something going on here, why he's part of this? And then I just want to show you this video. What does this look like? This was on Ram Trucks website. Trucks website. So that's it. They don't really give you a whole lot of information as far as what that is. But what we know is that's the announcement on Ram Trucks. You go over to their website, just talks about Jeep. That's it. I mean, we just kind of know that's all we know at the moment specifically. But what I want to talk about is, could the Dakota be coming back? We've been seeing these vehicles in Michigan running around on the roads for quite a few years. See a little prototypes, a mid-sized truck. That would be awesome. People have been asking for that. But really, what is the Ram enthusiast really after? Hemi. Everybody wants a Hemi, right? I think it's a great engine, and I think there's a high likelihood we're finally going to get an announcement on that. And a lot of people are asking, is this going to be a whole refreshed engine? I would doubt that, just because given the amount of time frame it takes to develop a whole new powertrain, get emission regulation. If it's a completely new V8 engine, I would think this is probably going to come out in 2 or 3 years from now. because they put so much focus on getting this Hurricane up and launched, and now it just started production about a year ago. For them to create a whole new engine, it takes years to get this stuff certified and approved through dyno testing, engine testing, validation testing. It's a long process. My guess is a super basic 5.7 reliable, and most importantly, what everyone's looking for is affordable and reliable. So if they can hit this like sub $40,000 crew cab V8 truck, oh man, I think it's going to be a home run, because people are wanting affordable transportation right now, especially if they do a mid-sized truck at an affordable price. But I think there could be more than that. I think we might be finally seeing a little bit more information on this TRX. Is it actually going to be a TRX with a little more horsepower? Or is it going to be something else? Is it going to be, what if the TRX is not actually a 6.2 supercharged V8? What if it's a higher horsepower of a Hurricane? We're going to find out. But the topic I wanted to add into this is about affordability. And people are strapped and they're, concerned. It's expensive. Vehicles are really tough right now. Well, I just cruised over to Mark Dodge real quick, and I wanted to show you guys. I looked up 2025 Ram 1500s. These are brand new. I think they got 143. I got to see if this is let's see if these are in store or on order. But I want to show you something here that I think is important to look at. Look at this Ram Lone Star. It's $61,885. Ton of money, right? It's a nice truck. But once you start including all the discounts, the thing goes from $61,000 to $43,885. That's not too bad. For some perspective, 5 model years ago, I purchased a 2020 Ram 1500 in a Laramie configuration. I know this is not a Laramie, but I want to show you guys something here. I want to go to features. I want to try to find a Laramie and show you guys something. Let's see. Will it let me do this? Sort. Price high. I know it's going to go right to a TR or RHO. Okay, so this is what I want to show you guys right here. So I had a 2020 Ram 1500. I purchased new with all these discounts in 2020. So 5 years ago for like $47,000, $48,000. That's 5 years ago. Now imagine inflation, all the craziness post-COVID. Here we are 5 years later with a truck with more options than mine. You can get one of these things for 52 grand. So in 5 years, it went up $5,000. When you look at inflation at $48,000, adding that up, this truck should probably be more like 58 to 60 grand. Given all of that, man, the pricing right now is in alignment to prior than COVID inflation. So this is a good thing. I'm glad we're seeing discounts of $20,000. These guys are offering a monster discount right now. So I'm going to actually be doing a live video if you guys are interested in watching on this 6.8 launch of what this is going to be about. I think it's going to be pretty fun. I think the Ram community is going to be happy. And I'm excited to see what's going to come. My guess right now, 5.7's coming back. Maybe we're going to see a little bit more information on the Ram Charger. Maybe we're going to hear about a TRX or a higher horsepower RHO version. What I'd love to see is some sort of 6.4 392 Ram 1500. I think that'd be sweet. Like a crew cab, maybe an all-wheel drive, sportier suspension. There's a lot of people that want like that type of truck that's still four-wheel drive capable. Maybe they live in inclement weather. Maybe they hunt. Maybe they need some off-road capability, but they don't need an RHO. They don't need a Rebel. They just they want a cool V8. I think a truck like that would be really welcomed and people would really enjoy that. And then I'm wondering, are we going to see a higher horsepower version of a Hurricane? That'd be interesting. So far, what we're seeing on that whole front is JB4 and some of these other tuners are getting like almost TRX level numbers at the wheels of a 6.2 Hellcat. So anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I got another video coming later this week. You guys are going to be super pumped to see. We put the RHO through the ringer at the drag strip at the sand dunes over the weekend. I think I did somewhere between 30 and 50 passes. I don't even know. There was so many. It was hours over hours. He soaked this thing, didn't have one issue. But I don't want to spoil the surprise, but we raced some big hitters out on the dunes, and I was shocked as well as everybody else that watched this. I got lots of video coming on this drag racing that we did with the RHO. I think you guys will enjoy it. Hey, if you enjoy the video, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.